This is what I want every single woman out there to know. I wish someone would have told me this when I was on the other side of the camera. Especially the women who have kids and are doing it on their own, you can do this. I fell into real estate by accident. It was a long story. Basically, I needed credits to get out of college or I was going to turn like 80 and not have my degree. So I just happened to take the real estate courses and I liked them and I ended up in real estate. And I was just sort of bumbling along and everything was fine. But I liked it. I really liked it. But my life was secure. I had another job and then I got married and I wasn't like stressed out about not making money because I had other income and I had a husband. And then I got divorced and happily divorced. Don't cry for me, Argentina, I'm fine. But I had 2 little kids to raise and I went through a hellish custody battle, $0 in child support and legal fees out the wazoo, plus the trauma of dealing with a whole custody battle and split custody and all the things, right? And we're not alone. A lot of you out there probably hear this too. And so it got to a point where I will never forget this. My kids were little. So it's Wednesday morning and I'm walking my kids to the car because I had to drive them to school. And as I come out of my house, the gas company was there to shut off my gas for non-payment. And I tried to play it cool in front of my kids. Thank God they were little enough, they didn't really know what was going on. And I said to the gas company, like, oh no, I can't let you in now to turn off the gas because I have to take my kids to school. And they said, if we don't turn off the gas now, we're gonna have to shut it off at the street and it's gonna cost you an extra $500. So I was like, come on in, can I get you some coffee? So I let them in to shut off the gas and I had to hold it together in front of my kids while I was taking them to school and like keep it together. Meanwhile, my world was falling apart. And so I made it to school somehow, and then they got out of the car. And as I drove away, I had to pull over because I just freaking lost it. I had a breakdown. And it was in that moment that I called my attorney and I said, drop the custody battle. And the custody battle at this point was just about where they go to school. I can't do this anymore. I can't, it's killing me. It was taking away from my work. It was taking away from the time I did have with my kids. And the legal bills and the emotions were killing me. So I told him to drop it and I immediately felt lighter to the point where now I could figure out what my next step was. And so I decided my next step was to get a real job because I couldn't do the ups and downs with real estate anymore. I needed a paycheck, I needed stability. I was petrified. I was full of anxiety. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't pay my bills. It was a mess. And so I started looking for jobs and I had never had a paycheck in my life. I've never had a salary or a steady paycheck. And so I was romanticized by that. I was so enthralled by the idea of getting a steady paycheck. It felt like salvation to me. But I also felt like I couldn't be strapped into just a paycheck, that I also needed that freedom to make money because at heart I'm an entrepreneur. But I needed something stable to stand on because I couldn't function, I couldn't do my life. And so I ended up finding this job that was selling textbooks for a publisher to colleges and universities. And I was so excited about it because it had a steady paycheck, it had benefits, I got like a company car, like all these things that I'd never had before. And I also had a chance for bonuses, so I was hell-bent and being determined I'm gonna be the best salesperson, I'm gonna make all these bonuses and benefits. And I was toying with the idea of taking the job, and I remember talking to my dad, and I said to my dad, Dad, I'm gonna get a real job, I'm so excited, and I'll be really good at it. And he said, you already have a real job, and you're already good at it. And I stopped, and I was like, oh my God, he's freaking right. And I looked at the numbers and I looked at the paycheck that they were offering me, the salary, and I realized that by taking that paycheck and by doing that job and having that steady income, I was going to have to be accountable for certain hours that I worked, which meant I would not be able to pick up my kids from school. I wouldn't be able to take the day when they were sick. I wouldn't be able to go to the Halloween parade, the school play. I wouldn't be able to volunteer in the classroom. I would basically be working 40 or 50 hours a week so I could make money so someone else could raise my kids. And when I realized that, I decided I do have a real job and I'm good at it. And I am not going to work 50 hours a week so that someone else can raise my children. Now, if you're the kind of person that wants to pay somebody and do childcare, that's completely up to you. There's no judgment here at all. But for me, what was important to me was to be able to work and to be there for my children, because I don't want to be a stay-home mom. My kids are grown now, but I don't want to be a stay-home mom and be home all day long. I would have pulled my hair out. I wanted to be able to go to work, but I also wanted to be there when I wanted to be there. I wanted freedom. And so in that moment, I recommitted, or I shouldn't even say recommitted, because it was probably the first time that I ever took this seriously as a career and not just going along with the flow. And I took it seriously and I started actually working on my business. And I did it my way, and I'll share that with you in another video. I don't have a magic bullet. There's no secret trick that I'm holding out from you to tell you how to build your business. But what I am telling you is this: if you want to be in this business and it doesn't look the way you want it to look right now, you don't have to wait until you hit rock bottom and the gas company is outside shutting off your gas. You don't have to worry until you're almost bankrupt or you have thousands of dollars in legal bills. You can decide right now, in this very moment, that you are going to commit to building a business for you, your family, or for whatever reason matters to you. You choose your reality. You choose what you want your life to be, and you can have, be, or do anything that you desire. And if I'm standing here all these years later, never having missed a soccer game, never having missed a sick day or a school play or a Halloween parade or a teacher conference, and still being able to take my kids to travel to Europe and put a roof over their head and go on vacations and just do the things that we want to do, if I can do that, you can too. And all it takes is a commitment to yourself that this is what you want to do, and then the path will start revealing itself to you. And I just wanted to come on and share my story now, because it's so easy for people on YouTube or social media to get up and talk about how easy it is and all the things they have and all the stuff they know. But how many times do we talk about how hard it really is? Because it really is hard. And a lot of agents are dropping out of the industry right now because they're talking about how it's a hard market and things have changed. And look, it's not for everybody. But if it's for you and this is something that you want, I'm telling you right now, you have my vote of confidence that you absolutely can do this. And if you need help and you have questions, reach out, put them in the comments, and I'll do videos about it and I'll help about it, because we're all here to support each other. We are not in competition, we are in collaboration. And when I started out in this industry, there was no one to lean on. There was no social media, there was barely email. I didn't have the network of people that are out there supporting me and my business that we all have now. So let's use this for what it is, this powerful platform, and use it to support each other and help each other. And know that you are not alone. Everybody suffers at some time. It is a really freaking hard business. It's really hard. Everything from contracts to boundaries to finding clients to just all of the things. But the reality is, if you're the person who wants more out of life than sitting at a desk all day, you're here for a reason. Do not give up. Do not give up.
Have fun skiing today, guys.
Yeah, Mama.
You're welcome. Say bye, Asha.
Bye, Mom.
I love you.